All right. So we'll go ahead and get started. So we got everybody in here. So we just want to say welcome everybody to another installment of Prep Talk Weekly with KBB Sports. I'm Tyrell.
Gadsden.
Marcus.
All right, and we got the Gadsden County crew in here, man.
Oh yeah.
We get into it. All right, so first things first, man. Let's talk about how the season's been going so far, guys. Anybody wants to? I'll start. Since Josh was on here first, Josh, I'll start with you, Mr. Josh Farmer. Talk about off-season preparation and kind of how that's been for you guys, basically with COVID and everything else. So just talk about the lead up to the season and how that went and kind of, Josh, you still on?
Yeah, you see me?
Okay, yeah, I see you. Okay. So just talk about the lead up to the season with COVID and how you guys got prepped for, the first couple games.
Well, we only had one game, so far we beat Mariana 28-0. A blowout win. We got shut down, so we only had one game.
Okay. So just talk about how the prep was, like getting together as a team and kind of finding that camaraderie through, not really being able to kind of navigate this whole situation.
Well, we just been practicing, really, we just got to play like it's our last game. We don't know. Like, it could be our last game, so.
Most definitely. Coach.
Yes, sir.
Just talk about what you got this season, man. Talk about your guys. How far do you think this Gadsden County team can go this year, this 2020 team?
Well, we have a special group of guys, man. We have 3 guys or 4 guys committed to 2 committed to Power 5 and 2 others committed to Group 5 schools. And outside of that, we'll sign at least 3 more to Division I schools. And those guys are our typical leaders. And along with John Terrius Thomas, JT Thomas, and Kendrick DeBron, the younger guys that are 2022, that are some of our top offensive guys, we have a real great nucleus of talent.
Okay.
And that's on both sides of the ball. I think the only thing that can stop us from achieving the goal of winning the state championship is ourselves. We'll really have to beat ourselves. But I think that we have a veteran group of guys, and I think that we'll stay locked in and be focused enough to achieve the goal that we're looking to achieve.
Most definitely. Desmond or Marcus, did you want to piggyback off of that at all?
Yeah, I was going to say, Coach, going into the game this week, it's a big game with Trinity and, obviously Deion Sanders' team and everything. So what's the mindset of the team? Are y'all coming in, embracing being kind of the underdog, or y'all coming in and treating it like just another game, not to get too high or too low?
The way we're coming into the game, we don't feel like the underdog. You have a lot of sports writers and different people that predict us to be the underdog, but as a team, we're not coming in feeling defeated. We're coming in feel like we can win this game, and we're going to go out there and play like we can win this game. We don't go out. We don't look outside of our circle and see what everybody else is saying. We're focused on ourselves and believe in ourselves. We're not worried about the naysayers.
Coach, KJ trying to get in the meeting.
Put him in.
Tyrell got to do it.
Okay, I got him. What do we got? It says Packers iPhone. Who is this?
That's KJ Kendrick.
Okay, Kendrick DeBron. Yes, sir. Kendrick, can you hear me?
Right about here.
I think his audio is connecting.
Yeah, Casey the Sun Bear coming shortly.
I had the pleasure of getting to see a lot of these guys at while we're waiting on him to get in. Had the pleasure of seeing a lot of these guys at Under Armour in the spring and kind of getting to know everybody. You know what I mean? Through I know we were in shorts and shirts, but it was a pleasure to get to see a lot of you guys go out there and pretty much dominate, man. People knew who Gadsden County was for sure.
Right.
All right. So
Hey, Real, I got a question.
yeah, sir.
And this one for coach or any one of the players. Just tell us about East Gadsden, man. It's a small community. I know it's a lot of pride in the community. Just kind of explain the community and how close knit the players are, and how that helps the football team.
Well, it is actually Gadsden County now instead of East Gadsden. They combined the two high schools in the county together, and they named the high school after the county. So it's Gadsden County now, and Gadsden County is a place that sit off I-10 about 20 minutes away from Tallahassee, in the country, and it's pretty much a city county that's broke up into smaller towns. So it's maybe 5 or 6 smaller towns, and all of our players come from their own little part of town. And the way things are going up here right now, the towns are against each other. With all the gang culture and different stuff like that is going on. They're feuding against each other, but the special team about this team is these guys from all those separate parts of the county. They're together, and that's what makes us a special team. That these guys can get away from their friends and focus on what they're trying to accomplish, and that's being successful, getting a college scholarship, and possibly win a state championship. So it's not easy. I mean, you guys, y'all been young before, and you want to run with your friends and do different stuff, and but when we have a team full of guys that's trying to achieve a common goal, it won't work if everybody's not bought into the system. I think we have a team full of kids that is bought into the system, and that's what's making us successful right now.
Most definitely. So basically, everybody coming together, no matter the differences, coming together for one goal, and
right.
And I think that's basically the definition of team, right? So I mean,
you got it.
That's what you do. You come together. So we appreciate you for giving us some insight on Gadsden, because even in Jacksonville, a lot of people don't know about Gadsden. Now it's obviously you guys are bringing the recruits and y'all are getting that. But I felt I could say myself, I felt the buzz in the spring at the Under Armour camp, because when I came there, when I initially first met you, Coach, I didn't know anything about your guys for the most part, or I was just coming there to scout the next wave coming up in 2021, kind of see what the lay of the land was. And I saw your offensive linemen getting busy. I saw your D linemen getting busy. I saw your linebackers getting busy. So just talk about, that mentality, man, to no matter what everybody else is saying on the outside, like you said, the writers, the recruiting people, just talk about the mindset of the kids, man, to still show up, and it don't matter who's in front of them, blow them off the ball.
Yeah, I think with well, not just with these kids, but with anybody, when you're talked about it in a negative light where nobody believes in you, and you go out and you have something to prove. So I think that's what fuels our fire for our kids, is that they have something to prove. And like you said before, a lot of people don't know where Gadsden County is. They want to put their town on the map also. So I think that's what fuels our kids, and also want to get out of Gadsden County also. I think that's the biggest thing. There's nothing in Gadsden County. Most people in Gadsden County, when they get older, they migrate to Tallahassee and get a job, and or either stay in Gadsden County, and they may work over in Tallahassee, may work in Gadsden County, but they stay there. Right. But there's nothing there. I mean, I was a guy that was fortunate enough to earn a college scholarship and play arena football. So I got a chance to see the country and travel a lot of places, and I want these guys to be able to do the same. And I always preach to them that there's a bigger world outside of Gadsden County. So you should be trying to work to get out of Gadsden County. And I think that's what fuels them more than anything is the will to want to get out of Gadsden County.
Most definitely. I appreciate the insight, Coach. So now, before we really talk about the game, I want to get into to get to know who you guys are as far as let's talk about recruiting. Let's talk about how that process is going, and kind of just give the people who are watching some insight about how that process is going for you. So, Mr. Farmer, we'll start with you. So, solid FSU commit, right? I mean, that's what we know right now. Okay, so given FSU struggles as of late, why FSU? I mean, obviously we understand it's not that far from where you're living at now, so there might be that family aspect. That's what most people might think, but why so solid to FSU at this time?
First, it's close to home. And then I fit their defense perfect. You know, that 4-man front. A lot of schools run the 3-man front. I don't want to play in the. And then Odell, like they got the best D-line coach, you know, probably in college football history. So those are 3 reasons, really.
Those are the 3 reasons. Okay. Okay. So none. I guess nothing that's happened this season has really given you pause. It's just you're going off of the relationships that you built, and you're looking at what Florida State can be in the future, which I'm sure a lot of people expect them to be back. You know what I mean? At some point. So good to know. Good to know.
Yeah, with that, I was gonna say, Josh, or is it kind of kind of being that pass rusher, that big time, you know, big pass rusher that stay in the area. If you look at Amari Gaynor, you know, on the like a Jacob Pugh, I don't know how far back you go with it recently, but being that big area pass rusher that stay in the city, was that important to you?
Oh yeah, I know I can go there early, make an instant impact, you know, and play early. That's the goal.
Absolutely. And Coach, it's a question for Coach. I know what you've been the running backs coach. Looking at your young guy coming up. The next year, Kendrick DeBron. Am I saying that right?
Yeah, Kendrick DeBron. You right?
Yeah, Kendrick DeBron. So, how's he looking, Coach? And what do you see out of him? He coached a lot of good backs. Gadsden Coach, for example. So, tell us a little bit about him.
Kendrick DeBron. You know, when I got him and I got him by a gift, he was actually playing linebacker, and Coach Corey Fuller told him to come to the running backs. And when I got him, he was a little raw, but very strong, great vision, good balance, and that's the definition of a good running back, really. He had all those traits, and once I polished him up a little bit, and I say a little bit because he has a natural talent. So, like I said, he was raw when I got him. He's still a little raw, but his ceiling is very high, very high. I mean, he's a 6 foot, 200 pound running back as a junior, and I compare him to Adrian Peterson. That's what I compare him to. He runs hard, he runs physical. So, you know, in Kendrick, you definitely have a very talented guy that still has a lot of growing to do. And once he reaches his top ceiling, I think his next stop is going to be definitely a Power 5 school, but it could possibly turn into an NFL career. But outside of that, outside of Kendrick, I have another running back that's on here, and he was down there with us at the Under Armour thing, Tyrell, and he ran a 4.53 laser. John Terrius Thomas. And he's the smaller of the two, but he's super explosive. And, you know, I call him Thunder and Lightning. KJ going to bring the punch, and John Terrius, he going to smoke you. So with those two, man, to be blessed with those two in my backfield, I've definitely been missing coach. I just left Georgia State this weekend watching them play, and right now he's the 4th leading rusher in the country.
That's awesome.
I've been blessed with good backs, man. I mean, you know, it's harder to coach players that's already good
than
it is to build players.
That's right.
So,
absolutely.
Most definitely. Kedrick, so
Hey, Josh, hold on. I got a question for
oh,
Josh.
sorry, go ahead, go
Um,
ahead.
yeah. Hey, Josh. With the emphasis in the pass rushing special as being a pass rushing specialist, especially in the NFL now. Um, who's the guy playing on Sundays that you try to look at to try to model your game after?
Cameron Jordan or either Aaron Donald, of course.
What about their games that you like that you try to take away from?
I mean, they got speed, power, finesse, and a great motor,
Yeah, that's one thing I like about you. I was gonna say the exact same thing about you. I like your motor. I see you going 20 yards downfield to go make a tackle, and I see you strong man some boys down on that line. So I think that Aaron Donald is perfect.
Most definitely. That's the
Appreciate
comparison.
it.
That's the comparison I was given before you guys hopped on the call. I said he uses his hands. Josh, you use your hands amazing, man. And then you can see how you use your leverage to get past people too. So make them think power. Boom, I'm coming off you. You know what I mean? So I think that's a great asset that you have as well in your repertoire. So just to move on. Let's talk to Kedrick. So we want to talk a little bit. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So let's talk about, we're showing some offers you have right now, Alabama, Florida State, Maryland, Nebraska, Ole Miss, just to name a few. Any way you're, leaning one way or, right now?
No, sir.
Okay. So your recruitment's wide open right now.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good to know. How it and this is a question for really everyone. How has recruiting changed now that COVID is kind of here? Maybe somebody who hasn't.
No official visits. It hurt a lot of guys on our team, really. That didn't get the chance to play in the spring. Colleges come see them. Like a lot of our teammates, that can play Power 5. Of course, like TJ, Jordan.
Right.
And guys like that, it hurt them. So.
Most definitely.
Yeah, TJ. I see you starting to. I'm glad Josh brought you up there too. I see you starting to heat up as far as offers, and then it looked like that's when COVID kind of hit. So, what's your outlook? What are you looking for? I see you got a lot of Florida schools, and then some of the out of state schools starting to get in contact with you, offer you as well. So, what are you looking for that next step in college?
You don't have no particular answer for that. I just want to go ball.
So,
The crew process starting to get back up for me, so that's a good thing.
you looking to stay close to home, or is that not a big
I
deal
heard
for you?
that.
Yeah, I mean, it don't matter. I'd rather stay close to home somewhere in Florida, but it ain't no big deal.
Or if you can go play football, I like that answer. And John Terry, so what about you? I see you starting to got two offers coming in. What's your outlook and recruiting, and what's your thoughts?
So far, I'm just waiting on everything to come in. No decision yet. I'm just waiting.
Yes, sir.
All right. So now let's get in. We don't want to forget about Daryl. So Daryl, with your commitment to the Vols, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I just want to say that I love what Coach Pruitt is doing down there. Just kind of talk about that team and what kind of attracted you to them and how you're feeling about your commitment and where you see yourself fitting in that defense.
Well, I committed because the coaches, the facility, I ain't never seen nothing like it. I like a 4-man front defense, so a 4-3.
Right.
They run like a 3-4.
Right. So So how do you see yourself fitting in that defense?
I can't. Well, I can.
It's crazy.
We got you, coach is still painting that picture for you. I get you.
Yes, sir.
Understand. All right. So all right. So let's talk about otherwise while we're here. It's Trinity week, man. Just talk about what you're expecting from that team. Quarterback Shador Sanders having a pretty they're coming in hot on a roll. So just talk about the kind of I guess challenges that they pose and all the luster and the what I mean and all that coming in. Anybody can pick up.
We know he don't come play his game, but it ain't no bit there. It's just a regular game though. We ain't overhyping or nothing.
We get to do what we love too, really.
Yeah.
Get after the corner.
Yep. Most definitely. All right. Awesome. Well,
one more for Coach. So, Coach,
yeah, go ahead, Coach.
how many bragging rights? How much bragging rights in the game going into it with Coach Fuller and Coach Sanders? I know a little bit behind the scenes with them being best friends. Any bragging rights on the table?
Oh man, a whole bunch of bragging rights. We've been out of work because we've been dealing with the COVID issue. So the coaches, we had to sit down too. So Corey called me this morning and said, "Man, Dion just called talking mess." So they like brothers, man. So they gonna talk mess back and forth. So I mean that's what this game is all about, bragging rights between those two, and also putting our guys on a national stage where we can help each other get recruited also.
Yes, sir. It's a big time game. Looking forward to it. And like you said, it's a great chance for everybody to showcase their talent on a big stage and take this up to the next level, especially with everything going on. So definitely wish you guys success, man.
All right, man. So we just want to say we humbly appreciate all of y'all joining us, man. It's been a pleasure just to see you guys and talk to you and get to know more about Gadsden County, get to know more about each of you individually and your recruiting processes, and hopefully we can do this again sometime soon. Hopefully this year, and we can get to know you guys a little bit more. I know I'll be there for sure. I think my other two guys are trying to see if they're going to have boots on the ground and everything on Friday. So I'll probably be there early. Coach, do you have what's the protocol for the game? What is it looking like as far as? Can you hear me, Coach?
Oh, say it again. I couldn't hear.
Oh, sorry. I was saying. I know me for sure. I'll be there on Friday. I'm checking in with my other two guys to see if they'll be able to go as well. But what's going to be the protocol as far as like, do you guys have protocols for are the tickets? Just for people wanting to know, are the tickets pre-order? Just kind of give a little bit more info about the game.
Well, what we're doing is we're selling. We're pre-selling them early, starting at 5:00.
Okay.
We've had problems with people duplicating tickets. So when we pre-sell them throughout the week or a week before, you mess around and have 1,000 people that hasn't even paid yet. Right. So we're going to sell them at 5:00. And as far as the media goes, as long as you guys have your media pass, you won't have a problem.
Okay, gotcha. All right, so that's good to know. Got it looks like Jonathan Holston. What's going on, man?
What's up, boss?
I
have no idea what's going on. Josh just told me to join this.
Well, we just got through with our interview. We were just rapping with the guys and kind of just saying how we're really looking forward to your game versus Trinity. And just we were talking just to get to know more about all the guys and kind of where they're at in their football journey so far, where they're at in recruiting. Coach gave us a little bit of insight on Gadsden, so we got the lowdown so far. Is there anything that you wanted to add about the game and kind of the luster? This is a big game. I know you guys are. I know some of the guys are downplaying it, but this is a big game. You know what I mean? This is people are gonna be watching this game. around the
Yeah,
country. So
definitely.
just kind of talk about your thoughts on the game and the matchup.
I mean, you got a great offense led by a Hall of Fame player that's now offensive coordinator. So football, I mean, he might have played defense, but football savvy and football knowledge, technique stuff, I'm pretty sure you got them boys on point. And you can tell by the points that they score on offense that they got a good program over there. So it's a good offensive matchup versus I think we got a real strong defense this year. So it should be a
So I've heard a lot. I gotta ask. So I've heard a lot about the guys in the trenches, the linebackers, the running backs. What are the cornerbacks looking like on the Gadsden side? What are we looking like at cornerback, wide
the
receiver,
truth.
those skill positions?
The truth. We got a Marshall commit at free safety. We got some dynamos at cornerback. One of them had a pick six the first game. We held the first team. I think we played the 0 yards passing on 4 attempts with an interception, return for a touchdown.
And just for the record, Coach, could you state their names?
Zaire Riley is a corner. Devontae Roberts, the other corner. Zaire Riley had a pick six the first game.
Okay.
Jaden Bodison is the safety that's a Marshall commit right now.
Gotcha. Okay. So we're looking. We got the guys in the backfield and in the trenches in here now, but we wanted to kind of touch on that a little bit. Again, we really appreciate you guys joining us. We'll be there. We'll have coverage. We'll obviously be doing interviews. Hopefully with some of you guys. Pre-game, we'll be walking the field with our camera. Post-game, we'll all the way around. So as much access as we can get, we appreciate it. So Desmond or Marcus, did you guys have anything else before we wrap?
Yeah, same thing. I appreciate y'all. And good luck Friday. Go do y'all thing, man. Go put on the show.
Same thing, man. Put on for Florida, man. We all gonna be watching you guys.
Put on, yes, sir.
Oh yeah.
Right. We appreciate y'all, man. Thanks, Coach Josh, and Terry, Daryl, TJ.
Yeah, thank y'all, man. Appreciate y'all.
Most definitely. We'll be seeing you guys. We'll talk to you. Wait a minute. Wait. Before you go, man. What was Bobby Fishscale talking about, man? Tell me about Fishscale, man. What's going on? He sounded like he was putting some knowledge on y'all.
You listen to Bobby?
I know I got some friends in Madison County, so I'm familiar with the area, with the lay of the land, I should say. I like Bobby, man. I like him. I like his music. But so I just to say, I just want to say that I thought that was really cool that he came out and talked to you guys and kind of shared that message that no matter what, he said he had more than 1,000 people saying that, you know, he couldn't do this and he couldn't do that, but it's what he believed and what he kept pushing through. And the first time might not work, the second time might not work, but to keep pushing through. And I think that's a great message. And I think that'll resonate with you guys throughout the season. So again, we appreciate you guys. Most definitely. Gadsden County, got all the boys in the building. We appreciate y'all again, man.
Hey, appreciate you guys for the coverage, man. And you know, when we met this spring down at Under Armour, you told me that you'll be in contact, and man, you're a man of your word, man. And shout out to KBV Sports. Hey, appreciate you guys.
Most definitely. We'll talk to you guys. We'll see you Friday.
Thanks, Coach.
Yes, sir.
Good luck.
Take care.
All righty.
Take care.